All right, hey, it's Matt Coffy here, another episode of the Journal Read that I do once a week. And we talk today about intentional manifest. Hire, divide, let go, and repeat. So if you're a business owner or someone who's interested in moving their career forward, someone generally interested in just looking at momentum and how to grow a business, we're a seven-figure agency here in New Jersey. We do digital marketing. And one of the things that I try and emphasize is to give back some of the thoughts I've had and some of the things that might help you if you're growing your business or if you're just interested in really the cogs and wheels that go through someone's mind who's running a company. And as we're growing, I'm sort of going through these growing stages. And we're at that point where we really have to make some shifts in throttling our movements as a company. So that's what we're talking about today. Again, the intentional manifest. Hire, divide, let go, and repeat. So goals, dream, houses, cars, money, and on it goes. Forever, this is the concept, is what are we doing and why are we there? And I thought about this morning, and really one of the things that was on my mind was, what is the point at the end of the day? To get all this money, to accumulate, to build all this revenue, but really it's to trade your time eventually for freedom. So you can get into this endless loop of things that we have to do, and the intent and the accomplishments. And some of the biggest challenges are from why and the major purpose for the event. So why, at the end of the day, why are you trying to gain this freedom? For me, I thought about it, and I enjoy playing guitar, and I enjoy going out to do gigs. I thought, really what I should be accomplishing is getting more time for me to have that in my life. Obviously with family, and we have vacations and stuff like that, which are important, but really to think about, how do I engage myself into thinking about the things that I really, really like to do? And part of it is to try and think of, okay, if I had the time, what would I do? And then go back and think about the mechanics on how to adjust, right? So I want to live a more comfortable life, and I want to be happy and excited every day. Now that might be a better idea, being happy and excited every day. And that's really the question and answer here, which is to really intentionally manifest that happiness. Not think through a work environment, but think about the things that you can do that will transition yourself to this comfortable, excited, everyday life. So growing a business and doing your own business like I'm doing is another way to think about the result. So the energy to deliver an intentional manifestation is along the lines of this action taking. So in order to do intentional manifesting, you have to take some action, obviously. So getting into a seven-figure business this year and then looking at trying to grow it to the next level, which to me is scary, is to get to a $5 million business. And that means to go from roughly this $80,000 a month routine where you're at seven figures to $500,000 a month. Now, how the hell do you do that? There's so many mechanics that are involved. And the reason why I want to bring this up is that it's really very much the same. It's the outcome. So why to do this? And I believe it has to do with more of the shared propensities, and get this, with higher level thinkers and people who are doing it. So I always thought the real thing to do is to move yourself into the propensity of dealing with much higher thinkers, because that brings a lot more interest into your life, because you're dealing with people who at another level who are having the same conversations at $5 million, and I know that 10 million is 50 million and 500 million, there's so many millions that you could get to, but for me, I'm really interested into how people think and what they're doing at these higher levels, because it's interesting to me, because it takes a lot to get to seven figures. I mean, that's probably the hardest thing. I think it's probably, if you're going to try to do anything in life, getting to a seven-figure business is the hardest thing. But I think after that, and it's all mechanics, it's all scaling, but that initial scale is very difficult. In fact, I would think even getting to $500,000 is even harder than getting to $1 million, because you have to scale. So getting in the mindset of this business is one thing, but the next level takes thinking at a whole new level. Obviously, this is the next thought process. It's all about retooling and physically and mentally bringing this complexity out. So if my intention is to manifest eventually a $500,000 per month business and revenue, This is basically the next step of going to make the connections, again, connections to higher level people, to get this whole process of stepping up to this next level engaged. And that is the real revenue driver. This is all about people. So we can talk a great deal about ideas, and we can talk a great deal about how to theoretically get to these numbers, but until you start to replace yourself, you can't move forward. And I've learned this over and over again. You have to hire, divide, let go, and repeat. So every time that I peel myself back from the standard things that I'm doing today and I replace it with a new level of higher thinking, I move forward as a business. So intention will be based on the action of taking away what you're doing today so that you can do the things that will drive the right result, period. That is intentional manifestation. Hire, divide, let go, repeat. Leverage all the way up. All right, hope this was interesting or helped you through your day. Think about that and intentionally manifest your next level.